Census takers are dogged in their determination to count every person in America. This is the first stop on this year's census, a remote Alaskan village in the Arctic with no roads in or out. The message? No matter who you are or where you are, the government wants to count you.
This may be the trail in 2010, but the real journey began in the time of the Bible. The Gospel of Luke says Jesus was born when Joseph and Mary were on their way to Joseph's birthplace to be counted in a census.
Margot Anderson, an urban studies professor at the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee, says that for more than 1,000 years, leaders counted heads for two reasons.
To find out who could be drafted into the army or who would be liable for taxes.
So between taxes and war, it really wasn't in the common man's interest to be counted. Flash forward to a little experiment in democracy called the United States.
When the Founding Fathers were shaping the Constitution, they realized the only way to have a representative government was to find out how many people needed to be represented in the first place. They decided that starting in 1790, every 10 years there would be a census.
That census recorded New York City as the nation's largest city, with a whopping 33,000 people. Not even enough to fill up Yankee Stadium.
Decade after decade, the census workers counted with paper, pens, and eventually computers. And strange things started to happen. As the government learned more about the people learned more about themselves.
Every time we do the census, what we also do is we think back to, the way it used to be.
Today, to be counted means money and power. The tally will help determine how $3 trillion in federal money will be distributed over the next 10 years for schools, hospitals, roads, and other projects.
And if you think the issue of congressional seats was settled long ago, check this out. Based on current predictions, these states are expected to gain population and therefore gain members of Congress. And because the total number of U.S. representatives is fixed, these states will most likely lose representatives.
So whether the census is taken by clay tablet, paper, computer, or even dog sled, if you want to count for something, you gotta be counted.